think it's working. I have no idea if it's working. I guess. Yeah, Gus. Move, Gus. So the audio is working? What? Are you? Yeah, that's always a fun sound. Oh, I forgot this one comes off by the screw. Just had a lever that looks bad. That was a 66. Oh yeah, I guess I'm gonna need a needle, aren't I? This one's not broken. This one actually works. Yeah, I'm trying to show a hook timing and I took the needle out because I'm stupid. You probably won't have to take your feed dogs out, but I'm going to for clarity here. You know, this isn't exactly the same as your Kenmore, but you can see it's basically, well, it's all metal in this one. I think your Kenmore's got some plastic in it. It's either this or a way newer brother machine, but they work basically the same. I thought yours had the part the bobbin sets in. I thought that was plastic on yours. That's probably what I get for thinking. Oh, okay. Yours takes a bit different bobbin. I don't know if you can see. This one's got a little bit of a radius to the sides. This is class 66, and yours is I think all the Kenmores are class 15. This bobbin will fit in your machine and it may work. Don't do it. But if you try to put a 15 in a 66, it will never work. The 15s are too wide. Which is unfortunate. I've got a couple of class 66 machines, and I think all of them came with the 15 bobbin in the drawer with them. This should look basically the same as yours. This back camera's a new angle for me. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Max, get back. On this one, seem to be missing a screwdriver. There it is. This right here, can you even see it? Right in front of the screwdriver blade, that's the hook on this one. That's the bottom. Well, that's not a loop. That's the hook. Right there in front of the. This right here. Watch the needle bar. Okay, this one's actually further off than I thought. Must not have got that needle in all the way. I just sewed with this. Oh, I'm glad I did this. I'm gonna have to set my needle bar height. But you see how far the needle raises before the hook crosses it? It should raise a little more than that. My timing's slightly off. Your Kenmore should do basically exactly that same thing, except the eye of the needle should be, you probably can't even see it. That's the eye right there. It should be just below. Yeah, this is how far this one, the timing is off. I literally just used this machine. How the hell did that happen? Did I not tighten some screws or something? Well, shit, now I wish I had one that was, I should have checked see if it was in time first. But yeah, that gives you the general idea anyway. I don't remember 100% how to set the timing on this one. But this might turn into more than I thought. I'm glad I pulled this out because I was actually getting ready to give this machine to a friend of mine's neighbor who wants to start working on fixing her own clothes, or her husband's clothes. And I would hate to have given it to her out of time, even though it was working. Now this camera is completely in the way. Still not real up on where to put these damn things. You see, this is probably way different than what's in the bottom of your Kenmore. Which, if you ever look under a Singer 66, this is the same linkage as a 66. It just adapted it to zigzag. I'm not mistaken, that's where you set the timing on this machine. Oh, that's way off. Yeah, yours is more like a, well, more like a Singer 15, I think, or a 201. They quit using this style of driver mechanism. Maybe with the 400 series or something like that. I'm not really sure when they quit doing that. And then a lot of the modern machines, the Brothers and all the Japanese ones and everything, are based off of that type of mechanism. I'm pretty sure, even though a lot of them are 15 underneath. So yeah, just setting the timing on this isn't going to show you how to do it on yours, but I'm going to do it anyway because it needs it. And I'm pretty sure it's this screw right here. I'll find out if it's not. Oh wait, that might not be. That doesn't look adjustable. Yeah, the modern machines are kind of a bunch of different designs all mashed into one. Yeah, see, this one doesn't have any belts or anything in it. It just has a shaft that runs down. It's all cranks underneath, and up top there's a. Well, I'll show you. There's a find the right screwdriver. Now, there's a lot of people disregard this machine and the 328. That's going to be more like, I can't even read that. Oh, rye. Oh, that might be my internet. Oh no, I'm not dropping any frames. Oh, it's actually showing good now. Uh, I'm not freezing on my preview. It does say unstable though. Oh, damn. Are you having that problem, Rye? Where the hell's the other screw on this again? Oh, yeah, it's got this. Oh, hey, that's actually, she's got this one set of gears in it for here, and then there's gears for it has a single cam in it that's non-removable, but if you pop this ring off, it takes top hat cams. So you could change it. It's supposed to just be straight zigzag, and that's it. It's actually pretty clean inside. Yeah, people disregard these machines for the Mayog because they're not as strong as some of the other ones. There's literally only one gear in it, and it's steel. Everything else is a mechanical linkage. This is one of the strongest designs of sewing machine that they made, for a domestic anyway. I'm not really a fan of this type myself because of this play right here. It makes the thing clack when it's running. If I was going to use this machine, I'd make bronze bushing sport to stop it from doing that. I don't know either, right? Said he's not having any trouble. Huh. I'm not real up on the internet fixing shit, so there's a notch in this shaft that's telling me that I'm not supposed to rotate that. So I got to figure out how the hell you time this thing. Pretty sure I timed it once. Oh yeah, I've actually thought about doing this before for people, and this is just the first time I've done it. Following it pads the stream time. Now, how do you set the timing on this turd? I might actually have to look it up after I stick the needle in my finger. On the drop-in bobbin industrials, it's that screw that I was just going to change. This one, which you can't even see. This one right here. If it's not that, I'm not sure what it is. Unless you're supposed to do it clear back here, which that would be weird. That would work though. I think I need to look this up. Shit, I need to get my thumb drive. Has all the manuals on it. Move, Max. Kind of wish I had a Kenmore with the drop-in, or a newer, well, pretty much any Japanese machine with a drop-in. It wasn't one of the plastic ones. Actually, I do have one. I have my mom's old Singer Merit that I won't even take out of the case because it disgusts me that I own it. If it wasn't my mom's, I would have thrown it in the trash already. It's from Right Wind Singer, was at its worst. Even worse than the ones that they're selling now, which is saying something because the ones they're selling now aren't very good. I'm going to turn the USB hub button or slots on this thing, or it don't fucking work. I don't even know if I have one for a 327, but I bet it's the same as a 66. Hey, how's it going? I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. Hopefully not too long, or I'll have been working on this thing more than I thought. Oh, I do have one. By who? Wouldn't happen to know how to set the timing on a 327 Singer, would you? Because I don't remember. Oh, what did I mislead you about? What category am I in? I changed the damn category. Did it not stick? It didn't stick. I edited the info and it didn't save. Yeah, I already. Yeah, it was the other day. Okay, now it's stuck. I'm gonna have to double check that next time. Oh, that's the first thing that I did. Well, there's everything but timing here. I think I'm streaming 720, aren't I? I was showing Rye how to look for hook timing on a machine, and I found out that this one is off. So I'm gonna set it. There it is. Oh, it is these screws that you can't see because I have one in there. You adjust the time and clear the hell back here. $2,000 and something. Oh, it's probably the default that OBS installed because I'm on a completely different machine. I never checked to see what that's streaming at. I'm glad you said something. I have to look and see. That thing might be trying to stream in fucking 1080 or something. That machine's way faster than this one, so I wouldn't even have noticed. And the internet in there, it's a vast distance of 10 feet. The internet's 4 times faster 10 feet away from where I'm sitting right now, which just makes all the sense. So who wants to place bets on whether or not I have this Allen wrench? Well, whether or not I have it in this toolbox. No, I haven't. It's just I'm gonna have to go out in the garage and get the thing set. That is definitely not it. Uh, if it's not here, it's in a great big coffee can full of them out in the garage. Because I have them organized in the best way, where you have to dig through the can for 20 minutes to find the one that you need. I don't think I'm going to have the right one in here. Oh, I was showing how to look for hook timing on a drop-in bobbin machine, and I realized that this machine is like 10, 12 degrees, maybe not that much, out of time, which is weird because it was working. I literally just had this out, well, last week, and was selling with it to make sure it was good. Oh, I know where I have one. In the toolbox. It's in the wrong damn room now. Move, Max. I really got to get that toolbox back in here. friend of mine's neighbor has been wanting to start fixing clothes, and she's stuck at home for a while because she just had some medical shit done. So I was going to give her this machine. Because fixing clothes is what this would be good for. This very generic set is not going to have it either. It's not exactly the right size, but it's exactly enough for me. Because these shouldn't be stupid tight. And they're not. Well, another bit won't come out. Shit. Bit perfectly fits in that hole. I think it's a 3 mil. Oh, I've got a bunch that are close. I might have to run out to the garage for a minute. Oh, maybe. Don't tell me it's two sizes. Oh, this? Yeah, this is my most used screwdriver. It's for sewing machine stuff, anyway. Oh, that's right. Yeah, for taking out like feed dog screws and stuff, you can't beat it. What, the bits are different? There's a camera here somewhere. Huh. I mean, I did buy this one 10, 12 years ago. I think. I mean, I'm just guessing. That's kind of irritating. I think it's got two different size Allen screws in it. One of them's an Allen and one of them's something else. What the hell's going on here? Oh, that's an Allen. Huh. That's weird because it fits in this one. Not the best, but good enough to turn it. It doesn't fit in the other one at all. I am going to have to AFK for a couple of minutes. Go get the other Allen wrenches. because I'm pretty sure I don't have any more in here. Let me look in that toolbox real quick. I might have some in there. I know I got some T-handles somewhere, but those won't fit. Oh, there's sewing machine needles in here. Found it. Nope, no, I don't think this. I will be right back. Okay, I should have it now. Even though this doesn't look like all of them. One of these days I ought to 3D print a organizer for all the damn Allen wrenches. There it is. Should have done that to begin with, probably. Yeah. Well, this is only one coffee can. These go up to like 5/16, and then there's another can that goes from 5/16 to 9/16, and then there's some bigger ones in a toolbox drawer. And then there's some that I've made by welding a bolt uh, to a socket, so I could use the bolt head as a Allen head on like BMW motorcycle axles and stuff like that. I wish I had something that would hold these so I could work on them without having to do that. That'd be nice to just roll it up without fucking with nothing. I saw a website where a guy built something like that. I should see if I can find that again and maybe build one because it held on like this case fits a bunch of these machines, and he'd made wood plates with that cutout in it with clamps to hold on to the machine so you could spin it around and work on them. If I worked on Domestic Smart, I would already made the damn thing, but I don't really. Well, it's pretty much all Extreme is working on domestics. But usually machines that don't even have a case. I know there's a hole in there somewhere. Now's when I find out that this shaft is stuck in this flywheel like a son of a bitch. In fact, if it's not, I will be rather surprised. This felt like it fit a minute ago. Oh, oh, it's definitely not going to spin if you don't loosen it first. Oh, that's this one. I keep changing my camera setup, all the angles and everything. I can never remember which one to be the one to be on. This really does not want to go in there. It doesn't look messed up. I'm starting to think it is. Oh, I'll do it the other way then. Too much spring in the wrench. Why the hell will this not go in there? Usually when it's doing this, the end of it's been hit with a hammer or something. It doesn't look that way to me. Maybe he's not in there square. I've never had this much trouble with a fucking Allen wrench before. What the fuck is going on here? This is starting to piss me off a little bit. Oh, good, I hit the camera. Why does one end fit and not the other? There. Fuck. Okay, who wants to place bets on the shaft being welded to this eccentric with oil from the 1960s? Yeah, there's no way shafts on a machine from the 1960s can have oil welded parts, is there? Who's going to run into that? Oh, fuck. Isn't that what you ran into on the FAF? It's either stuck or this is going to come loose in a hurry and it's really going to screw the timing up. And I'm going to have to basically start from scratch, which honestly isn't that big of a deal. It seems awful stuck to me. Just make sure to get these screws out far enough. I must have thought of another machine because I could have swore I checked the timing on this one. It's possible that I didn't because it was working. Oh yeah, she's stuck. My brass punches out in the garage too. Probably should have grabbed that. I know an easy way that might break it loose or break it. Do not try this at home. I don't know if that's the clutch slipping or. At least Singer machine, these things, the tolerance is so good that they get stuck. Yeah, I'm just slipping clutch. Shit. We got Gus. Move, Gus. I know I've probably got a bunch in here somewhere. Or something that can be used as one. It's not a screwdriver. Like maybe an Allen wrench. This might be a far bigger pain in the ass than I was expecting. What did I do with the... Oh. Well, it's clean on the ends with the grub screws. Figured it was going to be because everything else is. See if a little bit of the good stuff helps. I did not know I was going to take it this far apart. I should have grabbed the parts tray. Or I'm going to end up knocking this shit in the floor, and that's going to really piss me off. Oh, I was going to say, where'd all the parts trays go? There's one right in front of my face. There, now I can launch the whole tray across the room and really lose them. Hope it's not fun getting those grub screws back in there, but it probably will be. I wonder if I need to put a jaw puller on this to break it loose. I was hoping I'd be able to just tap on it a bit and get it come loose. Shit. So much for like a quick, what the hell, 10-minute stream. Okay, now I know I had these out. I may put them back in if they're rattle again though. Just checking to see what it'll take to get the clack out of that linkage. Because it makes the machine a little noisier than I think it should be. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just the way it's designed. But if they'd have put a little, like a shim, brass shim in there, the machine would have been quieter. Can't do that and hold it at the same time. I don't think I left-sided that. But it definitely doesn't want to come out. I don't know if I'm going to get this without a puller. And I'm not sure if I have one small enough for this. I've got pullers, but they're for stuff a lot bigger than this. There's not a third screw in it. Oh, is there? Nope, it's just stuck. Okay. Got a couple more things I can try. hell did my extension cord go? What the hell did I plug in? I could have swore it was right here. I don't even know what I plugged in. Aha. Oh shit, it's plugged in over here. I don't know if it's long enough to reach, and I'm not crawling under this damn thing to unplug it. Oh, just barely long enough. This could take a while. Well, I'm glad I didn't do this earlier today when it was 100 degrees out. Actually cooled off a little bit, so this isn't quite as bad. Because there's a lot of heat coming off this already. And you gotta love that smell. It smells like a grease fire. Well, this 10-minute stream turned into an hour. Yeah, I just hope it doesn't go like my normal streams where I'll stream for about an hour and I turn it off 4 hours later. I mean, like I said, I'm kind of glad that I did this because I found this machine this out of time. I would have ended up doing this on stream anyway. This thing's really starting to stink. I'm gonna turn the fan on. Oh yeah, she's smoking. Now let's see if I can manage to burn the shit out of myself. Yep, that did it. Anybody else see the big dollop of shit fall? See that drop of shit there? That's the varnish that just fell out of that when I got it hot with the heat gun. That's the good stuff. And now it turns freely. That's all that was holding that was that sewing machine oil from, which way do you move this damn thing? From decades. Yeah, now it's moving. And that shaft is really hot. Yeah, I just put way more heat on that. If I was heating back here, I wouldn't have been able to heat it as much because there's these plastic parts of the belt tensioner. Yeah, and this, I mean, this is a fairly good heat gun. It's not probably not even as high output as the one that you got. Oh, it's a Milwaukee. Hell, maybe it is. I never actually paid that much attention. How many watts is this? Oh, it's a Wagner, but it's branded Milwaukee. It's only got high and low, and it doesn't say what they are. It's hot and inferno is what it is. It's hot enough that I don't want to touch that eccentric. I have to let it cool off for a little bit. There's another benefit to finding machines with all metal parts. You can heat them up to, I mean, the first thing you'll do is damage the finish, and the finish is probably good for probably over 200 degrees where it starts to discolor a lot of them. So all that baked in varnish shit will liquefy before you hurt anything. Other than, I mean, you'll melt wiring and stuff if it's up close to it. And this has rubber feet on the bottom here that I should 3D print new ones. Suppose I can wipe out the melted spooge. Yeah, that's still too hot to touch. It doesn't spin really free, but I don't want it to. If this joint here was stuck, which it does get stuck on these, you'd want that to move pretty free, but you can get this bolt out and free it up that way. One of my Singer 66s, which this is the descendant of it, is rusted and stuck, and I've thought about freeing it up, but I don't think it's worth fixing. It's just too rusty. Somebody, from the look of the decals and everything on it, somebody took a pristine machine and took it out in their backyard and put it under a tree and left it there for I don't even know how long enough to ruin it. I managed to save the drawers. The top was destroyed, and I've got the cast iron base and treadle pedal and the flywheel and all that shit for it. But the top of it and everything was just destroyed by water. And the decals are okay. It's deco, but all the linkage underneath is just solid rust. I mean, it was only a Singer 66, and it was well, it was a filigree decal set, which is not as common. It's not super rare or anything. They made millions of them, so it's not that big of a loss. But like I said, from the look of the decals, I think it was pristine when they took it out and put it in the yard. I'd rather they took it to the dump than what they did to it. Because at least then somebody would have had fun running it over with the fucking piece of equipment. I don't know what I'm going to do with the base for it. I was going to put I've got a Mero serger that I thought was a 2 or a 3 thread. It turns out I got a super rare, uh, it's made for butt joining bolts of cloth together that they're hand dyeing with. I don't remember what the name of the process is. Mero had to dig back into their archives to figure out what I had. It's just a single thread chain stitch. I'm not even sure what the stitch looks like. It's got to be. It looks kind of like an overlock. Must look like it, but it won't have any strength or anything to it. So I'm just going to clean it up and put it on the shelf. But I was going to put it on a domestic treadle base and make a treadle serger out of it. But and it's probably a pretty fucking rare machine. But I don't know how many people are even doing the dyeing process that they were talking about. I looked it up, and I found a YouTube video. There's a company in Japan that hand dyes silk, and they end up with like 1,000 meters or something like that of silk wound back and forth in a building after they hand dye it, and that's the kind of machine that would have been used for that. It's kind of a cool process, and I guess the silk that they dye all goes into handmade kimonos, and they're super expensive. I don't even want to know how much that silk is per yard. Probably can't get it anyway. Well, especially when it's hand dyed, hand prepped Japanese silk. You know that's going to be money. And they're probably picky about who they'll sell it to. Because making it the way they make it, they can't make a whole hell of a lot at once. A lot of those I read up on some more on that after we talked about it. A lot of those blacksmiths or whoever makes those tailor shears, I don't even know what the term for somebody who specializes in that would be. They won't sell them to you unless you're there in person. They won't talk to you on the phone or any of that. You go and you buy it, and they fit them to your hand and the whole 9 yards. Yeah, yeah. I was just talking about the machine that I've got. I don't actually want to get any silk. I don't know what I'd do with it if I had it. Cool. Back to whatever the hell I was doing. Closest I've ever sewn to silk is it's like 0.7 ounce per meter silicone impregnated polyethylene stuff. It's hammock tarp material. It's thinner than paper. I mean, I don't want silk boxers. I don't think. Fuck, I don't even know. And my pillowcases have been just quilt cotton forever. What the hell is that? Oh, huh. Translation app popped up to translate the page, and it translated it to Japanese from Japanese. That's awesome. That's so very helpful. You gotta love AI. Oh yeah. Are they shipping that many of them over to the United States? Because you think that would be something that they just recycle or whatever in Japan, unless there's a buttload over here for some reason. I don't think I've ever actually seen a kimono in person. I've seen pictures of them on video. Okay, back to what I was doing. I'm sure it's way the hell off now. Oh, it's on zigzag. That's not helping. I don't think it was before. I must have done that when I was moving it around. Actually, it's way closer than it was. Yeah, I'll bet. Especially the old ones, because the old ones are going to be that hand dyed stuff. And I think to get the pattern on them, they block printed them with hand carved wood blocks, so no two are alike. I think those people collect those like art. I'm going to assume that's a type of kimono. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of that. But I think I remember watching a YouTube video where it might have been the same one where they were dyeing the silk. Um, they were hand blocking like flowers or lotus blossoms or some kind of shit onto them. Oh, yeah, I don't know a lot about the kimonos and all that. Huh. I played with it a little bit and it's really close now. Just unintentionally put it closer than it was. I think the needle bar is off. Yeah, my brother wanted to go for a while. Now I didn't even want to go to the damn grocery store. Well, the needle bar's right. Yeah, I've heard that silk is a lot like sewing that silk poly stuff that I've sewn before, and I've tried to do it on like this machine. Is a zigzag and all this extra width when you're on straight stitch that might cause puckering the wide slot. Um, I sewed it on a Singer 1591, and that sewed it better than anything that I've tried. And I haven't tried it on my straight stitch industrial yet, but I bet it'll work too because I think it helps because the feed dogs fit the plate so much better. I don't actually know how bad these ones are. Okay, these ones fit pretty tight. I know people like doing the tissue paper thing and paper on the back. I hate doing that. That's why I tried the. No, I didn't do it with 1591. Did it with the FAF 131, which is the same. Oh, to add some stiffness, I've used packing foam, um, the plastic dividers for 3-ring binders. I don't use like a lot of people would use interfacing. I use random shit that I find around the house. I've used some weird stuff as interfacing. Corrugated plastic. That one's a little extreme, but I sewed a seam down the middle of that stuff with my 1508. Oh, yeah, I'll adjust a machine to run that thin stuff without that tissue paper or any of that stuff behind it. The people that are doing that are doing it on the modern domestics, and the feed dog fitment in the feed dog plate and the needle hole size and everything is just huge. And you end up pushing the thin stuff down into those slots. And that's part of their problem. If you get well, like that Kenmore, you can't even see, and cabinet behind me, some of those have the additional, this has one actually, because I bought all the accessories that were missing for this. That straight stitch plate will make or break this thing for sewing that thin stuff. Oh yeah, the fraying is something that sucks. What were you looking for? Oh, this is the one that was in the machine. The zigzag is one that I bought because this has a needle strike on it. Um, if I was going to do silk, I would probably do it with the serger. Of course, I sew sil poly without. Like I said, I used the FAF 131 for that. I actually bought a lot of crap for this thing because it was missing stuff, and I never did anything with it, which is obvious the fact that it's out of time. The needle bar on these Singers, and probably on others, I don't know which one. There's probably no way you'll ever see it. Yeah, that would suck. Finding a good one and having to leave it. See those two lines? That's not helping. One of these is supposed to line up at the bottom of the bushing for the bottom most position. The top one is the bottom most position of the needle, and the one above that is where the hook should cross the eye of the needle. I don't know if Kenmore did that. Boy, that's rough. And this one's showing right. I don't seem right. Oh, yeah, you can see there. Lost my screwdriver again. How close will this focus? It's right on the line where it's supposed to be in time. I've moved it a little bit, but you can see that gap. That hook should be right behind that needle. I don't know if you can see that gap. Is there a way to zoom this? I'll be damned, it's still focusing. Now, if only I knew which way to move the fucking camera. Yeah, that's the hook point. Right there. That should be behind the needle. And it was clear over here when I started, but when I freed it up, I turned it a little bit and it's actually closer. I've actually got, I'd have to reinstall the software and everything. I've got a DSLR that will stream through, shit, I don't remember the name of the program. Nikon camera control or control cam or whatever the hell it is. And I've got a 105 macro lens in that cabinet that I could use with it. I could get that right in there, and I mean, you'd be able to see scratches on that you can't see with the naked eye, but I don't have it all set up because I wasn't expecting to do this. I can't even really see myself. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the point of the hook right there. That should be behind that needle. Now the camera's resting on the damn sewing machine. See how bad I can screw up this camera angle, tilting this thing back and trying to set that. I moved it. Can't get it from that end. I think I might have got it. Yep. That's right on the mark, and it's right behind the needle, so it's timed. Not that you could see anything because I suck at this, but you can get the general idea. You get a close enough idea to piss you off, probably. I've got heat gun wrapped up in everything. Get this back out of my face. I'm gonna have to do this. I don't know if I have another machine that I need to time. And I could time one just for the hell of it. I could try doing this with the Nikon after I, for one, remember what that program was called. It might be Camera Control Pro. I'll have to look it up. Okay, what do I do with the damn Allen wrench that fits this? You do this, you got to make sure not to change that when you're rotating it. But this one's stiffen up. I don't think it's going to. So you get these grub screws in here. At least one of them tight, and you don't have to worry about it as much. And then I'll double check it and find out that I've knocked it out of time again. And then I'll do this 3 more times, each time with more swearing. I mean, hopefully enough to know that it's not right, and then it's playing with it. The more you play with them, the more you figure out. Because I mean, I figured most of this shit out from watching YouTube videos. Well, and reading service manuals. Hey, what do you know? It's still in time. I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm doing. I wonder if that other one has a Semanco part number on it. Because I know this one's Chinese. What the hell does that say? That ain't a Semanco part number. Looks like GT Britain. Never heard of it. And here's the, so you don't have to, you can't drop the feed dogs. Here's the Band-Aid they did for darning, which I don't like. I like the ones with the knob, which you can't see what I'm pointing at anyway. The knob to drop the feed dogs. This one's toolless, which is kind of nice. But when you're putting them back together, before you put this in, it's usually a good idea to reinstall the feed dogs, unless you're making an embroidery machine. That was dumb, which is par for the course. So, yeah. Well, that's got Singer part number all over it. And there's some kind of schmutz on it. Probably just a tiny bit of stuff from testing it. I've test sewn a couple things with this. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. The job is not complete until I've thrown screws in the floor. Which is why I have magnet on stick. That, and I'm too fat to reach get stuff off the floor. Yeah, the problem is, the problem with the cover, it has the feed dog slots in it. This is the dumbest darning plate I've ever seen. I mean, it's going to work. I don't understand. I'd rather have one of the ones with the lever to drop the dogs. Or I would use, if I was going to do a lot of it, I would just set up a machine and remove the feed dogs. Yeah, this is the dumbest. Why did they do that? All they did was take a regular plate and stamp it a little thicker. Oh, get that needle out of there before I jam it in the back of my knuckle. Don't ask me how I know that will happen. some little needle nose, but I don't know what the hell I did with them. I do have hemostats or whatever the hell they call them. Rye would know. Oh, hey, there's my. I've never actually used these pliers because I keep forgetting that they're in there. I mean, it looks. Oh, it's a little different. I don't know where the hell to put the damn thing. The machining is different, so they are different, or the stamping's different. Mostly in this slot in the end, which is odd. This is the Chinese one though, so it probably fits more than one machine. This is an original, I think. No, this isn't original either. This doesn't have a Simanco part number on it. And the machining is rough. Where'd the original, this straight one go? Yeah, you can see here's the Singer one. You can see these slots and everything in the back of this were cut with the mill. This was stamped. This is the Chinese replacement that I bought because all this had was the straight stitch plate when I picked it up. Singer actually took the trouble to machine out all of this stuff in the back instead of just stamping it. But Singer actually gave a shit, so a lot of the little Japanese companies were making them as cheap as possible, trying to compete with Singer. And I bought these pliers. There's a guy I watch on YouTube that does upholstery that uses these a lot for pulling stuff around and around the needle. So I bought them to try that, and I've sewn I don't know how many things since then, and I keep forgetting they're in my damn toolbox. So I'm going to use them as a tool to do this. I'm surprised you, putting that into Google didn't find something pornographic, because anything else you put in there pretty much will. These aren't even small ones, and they're a pain in my ass. The screws on some of these are microscopic. A longer screwdriver might help. Oh. I mean, stamping it is if you're going to be making a bunch, it is a quicker way to do it. You can make thousands without having to change your tool or anything. I'm sure when Singer was making the ones for this with the cutters, they were changing their cutters out. Huh, the screws are falling out of this thing. Out of the stench link plate. I'm sure Singer's spending money on cutters that they wouldn't have had to use if they were stamping them, but this was still the original Singer company. And they had serious engineers and machinists working at the original company. And back when they allowed them to not just make the part, but make the part pretty. Like if they made a treadle, well, they do make treadles nowadays in Asia and stuff like that, and all the legs and the treadle plate and all that are just stamped steel, um, very plain. I'm sure they work fine, but they don't look nearly as cool as an old cast iron treadle base with the uh, like the filigree patterns and stuff in the pedal. Those things just look awesome. Okay, in theory, I should have this thing working again, or somebody had it set where it was for a reason, and I'm going to have to put it back because it was working. My 20U33, when I got it, I did the same thing I just did to this because it was missing on the left side of the zigzag consistently. So I set it with the rings on it and all that, and it was 10 times worse when I did that. Oh, that's the wrong screw, dumbass. I was wondering why that was so short. And I had to lower the needle bar probably 3/32 of an inch and change the timing a little bit to get it to zigzag right. And I had the receipts from it. A shop had just seen it before the guy sold it to me. And I think the reason he sold it to me is because no one could fix it. Um, I know the shop that did it, and I warn people away from him now. There's the linkage for the zigzag in the 20U is two threaded studs, so you can set the zigzag to anything. He bent the linkage inside, so you can only go to like 5 mm max zigzag width because he couldn't figure out how to time it to the full 9 mm width. So he actually screwed shit up inside to band-aid it so it would only do 5 mm. And I'm not a he's a second generation sewing machine shop owner, which Ryan knows what I'm talking about, what I'm going to say. He is useless. He doesn't give a shit about the machines. He just puts a band-aid on it, good enough to get it out the fucking door, get somebody's money. He's got his dad or his grandpa's sewing machine shop, which has a bunch of cool old stuff in it, and it looks like a legitimate sewing machine shop, but not with him running it. I was pretty pissed off when I figured out why 20U wouldn't go to full width zigzag, and he actually got in there with pliers and bent some of the linkage to limit the travel because he was too dumb to fucking adjust it. And he's got a professional shop with weeks of waiting. I think you got to wait 2 or 3 weeks before he can get to your machine. He's got that many people bringing machines to him. I hate to know what he's cranking out. He probably gets machines in that just need oiled and they come out broken. Or he's one of those guys that will just put 2 or 3 drops of oil and blow it out the air compressor and then send it out for $150. I know there's people that do that. I don't have an operator's manual for this. Or if I do, it's not labeled right. That's why I recommend to everybody. I mean, I'm an idiot. You saw how I adjusted that. I do have the service manual because I wasn't sure where to adjust it from because I know how to set the timing on an industrial and you do it on the You do it up here, not back here. I didn't know you had to loosen this to do it on one of these, because I've set the timing on compound feed, walking foot industrials and stuff. I changed the needle gauge on my twin needle, which that was fun. I had to time both the hooks on that one. Trying to refresh my memory, which way does the thread and the bobbin turn? And then I'll thread this turd up and find out if I screwed it up. It was working. I probably should have just left it the fuck alone. Oh, there it is. I got too many damn machines to remember which way all these go. That is not something. I will go get some thread. I had a piece of fabric over here somewhere. What the hell did I do with it? Aha. Not what I was looking for, but it'll definitely work. Normally I don't put, oh, you see, normally I don't put thread on spool pins, but I was going to, but then I remembered this machine doesn't have any spool pins. This is one of Singer's machines that had the plastic spool pins, and they were both missing when I got it. And I never did bother to buy any, because I always use a thread stand, which I'm going to have to use this time too. I got a really cool thread stand too, with a really shitty board on the bottom of it that I need to replace. Oh yeah, there's a camera back there. I may just turn that one off. Suppose I should finish putting the machine back together. That's odd, the screw don't want to go in. Oh shit, now it does. That was weird. Normally I wouldn't run this little spool of regular sewing thread, but since I'm giving it away, she's probably going to get her thread at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or wherever the hell she's going to get it. Probably not where I get mine. So I'll just go ahead and use this. It's the only reason I have this and a couple other spools around is for testing other people's machines that don't use a thread stand because they don't know any better or they just don't care. don't have a thread nipper or nothing over here. Once again, I am totally prepared. Where did I put my glasses away? I can't see a damn thing. It's amazing how much easier that is when you can see the hole. Uh, well, I may have screwed it up. Oh no, there it goes. Oh, I didn't catch it first time. It didn't catch the first time, which I'm kind of surprised. Put some of this crap away so I don't inadvertently knock it all on the floor. You know what I should have done when I had the top off? I should have oiled this damn thing, even though it's. I oiled it a couple days ago and I didn't do anything with it. Because, like I said, I was going to give it away. Oh, yeah, these work better when you plug them in, oddly enough. I've really got to clear my desk off. Oh, I unplugged this cord. That's not helping at all. There it goes. Thanks. Still has a rug burner on it. If I was selling it to her, I might change it. But since I'm giving it to her, I'm just going to tell her I would change this out. Even though there's nothing wrong with it. Or it does what it's designed to do, which is try to melt holes in your carpet. Since it's a resistor pedal. But the bottom of it's missing, which I don't remember the bottom of it being missing. I don't know where I would find a bottom for it. That is the shortest stitch length ever. course, we got black on both sides, so that makes it real easy to see if the tension's off. Especially when I don't have my glasses on. You know, and it's really weird, but the last time I ran this, the clacking sound was louder. It's not near as loud as it was. I don't know why changing the timing would affect that. Two layers of old denim. Four layers. Yeah. 6 is all that'll fit under the foot. And the tension discs are engaged. This was one of Singer's most basic low price machines when they made it. That was 6 layers of denim with a zigzag. It don't care. Tried that with one of Singer's $120 machines now. I want to know why it's quieter. I actually kind of like it more now it's quieter. I'm still going to give it away. You'd think the varnish would have made it would have made it quieter, and melting it out would make it louder. Because it took me a while to figure out what it was. I traced the noise down to this bar. I don't know if you can hear that. And like I said, I was thinking about taking these. I think I did have these screws out. I think I put them back in with a different screwdriver bit than the one that I tried to take it out with. And I was thinking about getting some brass shim stock and shimming that little bit of play out of it, which actually seems like it's only on one end. But then I realized it was designed to sew like this, and even with that little noise, this thing's going to last forever. This end right here is where the noise is coming from. But that's not going to affect how it works. I mean, I just sewed 6 layers of denim, so it'll hem pants. That's probably the worst this thing will ever see, unless she wants to work on a Carhartt jacket or something like that. But I'm going to tell her straight up, if she needs to work on something like that, she can come over to my house. And I have the machines to handle that. and pretty much everything else. Well, there's a 2-hour stream I didn't expect. Anything else I can show you? Okay. Well, that was productive anyway. I was actually thinking about crashing about 2 hours ago until you messaged me, and I was like, fuck, I'm going to go stream that real quick. And it wasn't real quick. I should do a better job of cleaning this, probably. I should get one of those newer Japanese machines with the drop-in bobbin, because this is all I got. Both of my Kenmores are front loaders with the bobbin case. And the only other machines that I've got that are like this are either industrials, which are way different, or Singer 66s. Plan a trip to Yellowstone and swing by on the way to Yellowstone, and I'll fix it. Maybe not the FAF if we can't find a belt for it, which it seems like that's a definitely thing. Or Glacier. Actually, between the two, I don't know which one I'd want to go to more, Yellowstone or Glacier. The Singer that you have works, doesn't it? Sell something with the Singer. I mean, Singers are pretty good. This is like one of the crappiest ones, and it's a damn good machine. Yes, it does. This is forward. This has the same stitch length mechanism. That's reverse. It's all the way up. Yeah, yeah, you lift it all the way up for reverse. Your Singer is like a 401, isn't it? Or a 403, something like that. Yeah, that's been reversed since the Singer 15 in the 1890s. Oh, that's reversed on a lot of FAFs too. And I just remembered the screw is falling out of that. Is that why you haven't been using the Singer? Shit. Should have said something sooner. I've never had this plate off. These screws are just falling right out. Yeah, when you turn the knob in to set the stitch length, it should be the same on reverse. If it's adjusted right. If it's not adjusted right, the Singer, I have all the manuals for that, including the service manual. So that will be easier than the FAF, because, well, actually, I think I might have sent you the one for the FAF too. Yeah, bust out the Singer and make a pillowcase or something. Yeah, anytime. There's been other people that I've thought about doing this for, but you're the first one. Well, I think the other ones I didn't do it because I didn't have a machine to show them as an example. This isn't the same as yours, but it's close. Close enough to at least get a general idea. So I think I'm done with this here in a minute. I'll put this shit away in the morning. I'm gonna have to look at what the hell happened to that? What does this even point? Oh, what does that even point it at? I have to look at my other computer and see what resolution it's streaming at. I turned it down because I quit playing Scrap Mechanic on stream because I didn't think anybody was wanting to watch. but I didn't realize that my stream was screwed because I was trying to stream at too high a bit rate. What am I doing tomorrow? I might do that tomorrow. I was actually thinking about streaming something else in here sewing tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll do that now. I might. I think that's about it. Oh, hell, I lost the antivirus. Well, that's when 10 minutes streams turn into 2-hour streams. I should automatically add a 0 on the end or times 10 or I don't know. Kind of tote. I've been trying to talk another Riker, you know him, Big Rig Riker. I've been trying to talk him into selling a gym bag, and I was even telling him that if he streams it, I will do a co-stream with him, and I'll sew along with him the same project. But I don't think I've got him quite talked into it yet. I think he doesn't want to do it because of the zipper. I could be wrong. I don't know. Hmm. I think I watched all of their videos. See if that link even works. Apparently not. Don't you have? Uh, I don't have links blocked. Why did that not post as a real link? Yeah, I think I've got it set so anybody can post a link. Oh, you can send a link if you want. I trust you. I think I found it. The one with a bunch of pockets. Well, this one. Well, yeah, that looks like a pretty good one. I'm not logged in on this one, but I usually have them all thumbed up, the ones that I watched. Uh, yeah, I still got to finish that. Um, this one, because every time I go to stream it, something comes up, and I end up not having time. or I just don't feel like streaming. One of the two. I'm still on the zipper placket thing, which I've never done a zipper like that before. It's still sitting on the machine where I left it. That's what I was thinking about streaming tomorrow, and I might still. Oops. I don't think I wanted to close that yet. I have my Send me the link in Discord. I'll look at that one when I'm done on here. Well, Annie's streaming. I could read her. Who the fuck is talking? Oh, it's the stream page. Oh, what'd you do with the snap? Actually, see, I finally found a place for my snap press. A dog food sack, apparently. I need to make new curtains. I hate those curtains. This one, what? No, I'm just confused. Oh, the ones with the punch to set them? I've still got some of that stuff in my toolbox. My roller box with all my sewing stuff in it. But that snap press, I mean, I've only set 3 snaps with it. Yeah, the hammer ones. I've messed up a bunch when I was doing leather working. I messed up a bunch of snaps with that, one of those snap ones. I think I bought, yeah, I think I bought like 50, a pack of 50 snaps, and I probably messed up 20 of them when I used them. That thing, I've only set 3 snaps with it, but I don't think it's possible to screw one up with that thing. But that's meant to, set hundreds of snaps a day. Yeah, I use it was over here. Oh, here it is. That's the one I set them with when I was using hammer. 8-ounce ball peen. Except when I was doing them on leather, I messed up like 20 of them before I got it down, which kind of sucked because I was using them on knife sheaths and holsters that were actually turned out pretty nice, other than when you flip them over, the snap, um, the part that rolls over when you hammer on it was all fucked up. I mean, the snap still worked. It's just ugly when you turned it over. I got some of these rivets for the messenger bag. I haven't used any yet, and I've never used this kind before. I bought two bags of them, so I can take some practice material, maybe that denim, and set a bunch of them to see how well these set without screwing them up. I think these are supposed to like reinforce the handle or something like that. I might not even need them because I sewed the handle on with heavier thread than Miko did his. Yeah, I probably have the same set that you do in the toolbox still. That's what I had before I lucked out into getting that thing. The guy didn't even know what he had, or if he'd have known what that thing is worth, I never would have been able to get it. I think I gave $50 for that thing, and the probably like 300 pounds of snaps and grommets. Yeah, that's the hammer thing. You just got to practice. That thing, I just stand on it. And these things, I don't have a tool for these, but I've seen people using these without a tool, so I'm hoping that I'm not just gonna crush them to death. I think that's about it. Yeah, I'll have to one of these days when I'm making something with snaps and stream it. I'll have to maybe make a YouTube short or something of using that thing because that thing, you just pop the pieces up into it and then step on it and it sets them. Even though I do have to, I made the table too light. I have to grab onto the table because if I push on the foot thing, the table wants to fall over. I should probably figure out a way to make it heavier or bolt it to the floor or something. I was going to put it on casters. I'm really glad I didn't do that because it would have been a pain in the ass to use on casters. It would have rolled all over the place. Shit, it's 12:30. I better shut this off. I think I said Addie was streaming. Yeah. Yeah, when I was doing the leather work with the hammer on set, I made a wood mallet out of hardwood, and I always used that to set those rivets. Now that I think about it, I used it recently, and I used this. I wonder where that wood mallet went. Yeah, now that I think about it, I was using it for wood carving and stuff too. I haven't seen that thing in a long time. I bet that thing got thrown in the stove. I was worried about mushrooming over the back of the cheap. Well, I think it's from Tandy Leather snap punch that I had, which means it came from China and it's made out of just whatever cheap shit they had to make it out of at the time. I wonder where Gus went. Oh, there he is. Well, I will talk to you later. If you send me a link to um, that other bag you were talking about, I'll take a look at it. I kind of want to make more stuff like that. I've got that. I bought all that upholstery fabric. I've got hundreds of yards of upholstery fabric that I've hardly done anything with. I made a cover for a treadle sewing machine, and I'm not doing much upholstery. I've told my friends if they bring me a bench seat out of one of their trucks, I'll recover the damn thing for nothing, and nobody can be bothered to bring me one. So I have all the fabric and everything to do it. I was going to raid Annie. You said that you made another bag, and then now you're going to make a tote. I don't remember what did you say. The travel bag. Yeah, the travel bag from Puim or Puim. I don't know what the hell that is. Where in the hell did that just go? Oh, that is it. Oh, oh yeah. I need to brush my fucking beard. I really should fuck with that embroidery machine again. I just keep burying it in crap. Oh, well. I am gonna raid Annie, and I will talk to you later. Because I really should have crashed about 2.5 hours ago. I'm assuming this raid's working.